Hey, John. Hey, 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 Fernanda. Yeah, I fucking couldn't go live from my goddamn computer for some fucking reason. So yeah, I'm on my phone. Hey, James. Hey, Gator. I feel safe, Stinky. Same as that. Well, clearly my phone sucks for going live then. This is why I fucking hate going live on my goddamn phone. It just keeps fucking falling over. Where's Chantel? At your mom's. Yeah, it's just grumpy right now. So I had to switch it to to live chat. I didn't realize that I'd left it off live chat. So man, I don't know. I don't know. Just tired and grumpy today. Stop falling over, you fucking thing. Hey, near me. Hey, lobster. Where's Chantel? At your mom's. Not fussy. Just, just tired today, and I don't know. For some reason, I'm in a grumpy mood today. I don't smoke anything, Eddie. Friday the 13th. Yeah, it's Friday. You should be happy. Days mean nothing when you're unemployed. Lose some weight. Hey, Heather. Kids downstairs been screaming, playing too loud all day. I'm about to lose my mind. What do you think I should do? I mean, not a lot you really can do in a situation like that. Hey, Lorraine. And you just sort of have to deal with it, I think. Put headphones in. Listen to some music on headphones for dinner. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing for dinner. Not really hungry yet. Thoughts on French bread pizza? Never had it. Hey, Tucker. Never played Rune Factory now. Hey, Zombie Queen. I haven't seen you in a while. No, I have not ever tried ingesting a hockey puck. Can I make lasagna for less than $3? I don't know. How much did it cost to order lasagna from a pizza? Plans? No. I never have plans. Thanks, Heather. I'm not really a fan of either boy better. Sorry, monkey. How can I buy Marvel? I don't. I don't buy Marvel anymore. Pia, I am scared of dogs. What I do today? Fuck all. Am I mad? Nah, I don't know. Tired. Discounts? Probably not. Even ever. Yeah, I'm scared of all dogs. I'm just scared of all dogs. Killer as monkey gorilla. That's why I'm calling a monkey. So you nothing. Just one of those days, I think. Just a no, not upset. No, not at all upset with Chantel. No, it's just one of those days, I think. James, you're not blocked. I read the first volume of Why the Last Man. Yeah, she's really good. Pia Guerra, I think, right? It's Pia Guerra who did Why the Last Man, correct? I've read the first volume of it. I just didn't really feel any need to read it. Last meal I cooked, couldn't tell you. Yeah, whatever. And the break up and Judge Dredd. I've never read or watched Judge Dredd. Jack Russell. I know you're scared of. Internet hates me right now. I guess so. Sound cracking. Holy fuck. So I couldn't load up I couldn't load up a live at all on my computer, and apparently it's fucking awful on too. So yeah, I actually did unplug it and plug it back in. All right, so fuck it. If the live's not working, then I may as well end it. I'll try to come back live. I'm gonna try to come back live later. I'll give it a couple hours, see if the internet stops being horseshit, and I'll come back. Um, Sounds fun now. All right, get better Wi. I've got good Wi-Fi. Like I've got the best fucking connection. I've got Rogers internet, and I've got the absolute best fucking plan. I have literally the best goddamn internet plan that Rogers offers. Bell might have to switch to Bell or somebody else. Rogers. Rogers. Ted Rogers, I think, was the name of the guy who started it. She's not an asshole. Your mom needs a boyfriend. I don't want to be somebody's stepdad. The worst internet. Like I said, we've got the best internet. With Rogers, because I mean, I worked there. I got a discount. Might be time to swap it. Breaking up again. She didn't. No. Any plans to travel outside of Canada? Yeah, yeah. Like, there's a few countries I'd like to go to. Bluetooth on it shouldn't be. Hey, Mega. Not that bad eerie, but occasionally wanted to. Hey, Sandy's. Looking at man. keep it going for a little while longer, I guess. Good average that ends in stand. Nah. Nah, none of those countries really appeal much to me. Thanks, Andes. Greece, Japan, Scotland, New York City. Hey, Cass. Hey, Angie. I resemble the pink rat from Kim Possible. Oh, Scotland's a country. I want to go to an onsen. That sort of thing doesn't really appeal to me. Thank you very much. Here's $20 to help you endure the dumb comments you'll get during this live chat. Thank you very much, MM. Scotland's a country. I don't give a shit. I don't give a damn what anyone says. Scotland's a country. Hearts in the chat for MM, by the way. Do you ever call your wife a 5'10" even if you believe it? Yeah, that's not something to do. Hey, it's not independent yet. I guess. It's like saying Canada is a country. Support the IRA. The goals, if not the methods. See. Yeah, Elon's losing a chunk of money with the IRA killed members of my family. Yeah. Yeah, the IRA, the terrorism was definitely the fact that they were willing to target civilians, that was shitty. Yeah, Elon going all in um, on crypto definitely backfired on him. Do you know what's been happening to anti-choice family planning centers? Do you mean like them getting graffitied? Elon said American workers are lazy. Yeah, he would say that. Uh, James, I'll admit that I haven't read that much about the troubles. Getting arson. What a shame. What a shame. Yeah, it's her crying. Do I buy virgin olive oil? I would imagine we have some in the house, yeah? Gotta say, I'm real. The crypto crash, feeling pretty good. That the crash of crypto market. Mm. Roommate is annoying the hell out of you today. Nah. A lot of people lost their homes. I feel bad for the families of the people who fucked themselves over. Like, I feel bad for the spouses who didn't know that, uh, like, for the people who didn't know that their spouses were investing everything. I feel bad for the kids who lost their college funds because of the crypto gambling. I feel bad for those people. The jackasses who invested all their money in crypto in the first place, I don't feel bad for them. No, they were told from the beginning, they were told all along, right from the start, that crypto was a scam. They were told right from the beginning that crypto was a pyramid scheme. And they chose to ignore that. They brought it on themselves. The families, they I feel bad for them, but the people who sank all their money into it, no. No, I can't feel bad for those people. Uh, they, they invested all their money into a pyramid scheme that's harmful for the environment. No. The people who lost money, yeah, the people who lost money on NFTs, oh, so happy to see all the people who lost money on NFTs. Because that shit was just an absolute fucking scam. Yeah, I'm drinking water. That's in the impending economic collapse. Yeah, we'll see. Aren't I checking her? Eh, it's a normal cry for her. That's in Bitcoin. It was a scam right from the start. Yeah, it's a pretty normal cry for her. She doesn't even want anything. Is the thing. Like, I know that cry. Like, I'm familiar enough with Casey to know that cry. She doesn't even want anything. She's just a whiny little bitch. Yeah, I don't think a zombie apocalypse is gonna happen. She probably wants attention. I'm not sure she even wants that. Hey, Uncle Larry. I mean, she always wants attention. Yeah, Bitcoin's a scam. Alright, I'll go get it. I'll go grab her so she can have some attention. Back in a minute. Here, I've got the whiny little brat. You guys happy now? And now she's purring. I don't curl my hair. Why is my hair long? Because I haven't gotten it cut in a while. Head grab. Real cat or pretend one? It's a fake cat. Enemas, they're probably healthy, but would me to pick her up? Nah. She'll leave soon. Can you have her? I'd be willing to give you to. I'd be willing to give her to you. You know, I've been trying to get rid of her forever, but for some reason, Chantal seems attached to it. Ronnie, thank you very much, Ron. Love. Tell her she ran out the door. My favorite ex. My Toad has never. Toad, well, not Toad's never actually been a member of an X Men team. Come to think of it, that I can think of. Favorite X Men is Kate Pride, followed by Cyclops. I like people are like, oh, where's yeah, how dare you say that to her? Like she fucking understands English. Amen. And by the way, when you grabbed Casey's face, that was not mean at all. Cats are natural predators and raid animals. She would have hissed and annoyed her a cat for 20 years. All the outrage was so stupid. Thank you, MM. Hearts in the chat again for MM. And yeah, I mean, she's like, she honestly enjoys it. Like, she's a masochist. She enjoys the abuse. Yeah, she didn't hiss. She didn't try to scratch me. She doesn't even try to move her fucking head. Like, she doesn't even move her head. She gives absolutely no indication that she minds it. A trans girlfriend acts like a cat girl. What do I do? Brush her, I guess? Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't hurt her purposely. Oh, she almost fell over there. Would I visit Ram Ranch? Probably not. Can adopt an older cat. She is so sweet. You guys know. Yeah, it's honestly like oh, older cats. Like I would argue that it's better to adopt older cats than kittens. Everyone wants a kitten because kittens are small and cute and fun, but older cats definitely need adult cats definitely need adopting. She keeps almost falling over. Why do that, Crux? Should euthanasia be legal? Yes. Hey, Louise. Swampy? Just a coincidence. This is a clean shirt. I just put it on today, so it's just weird coincidence that every time you catch me, I happen to be wearing a blue shirt. Can't handle criticism. Oh, please. I ignore criticism because it's not like you're saying anything that I don't already know. Like, I promise you, there is nothing any of you can say to me. There's nothing anyone can say to me that is going to be meaner than the shit that I already say to myself. Like, I tell you now, you cannot say anything that is meaner to me than what I say to myself. Do I tell myself to get a job? Yes, absolutely, every day. Yeah, every day I tell myself that, okay, this is the day that, go online and look for a job. And then every day I don't do that. Hey, Musica. Here's a question for the criticizers. It's Friday night. Why are you here watching? Wish I had more confidence in myself. I mean, yes, if I had more confidence in myself, that'd probably make it easier to look for a job, too. I haven't had dinner yet. Hey, Miss Gemini. What about a minimal contact data entry job? Maybe. No customer service. I can't do customer service anymore. I cannot handle customer service anymore. Um, it's too much of the job with customer service is saying no. Like, there's just too much of telling customers no. And I just can't do that anymore. I haven't worked in 10 years since I fell off a 10-story crane while working at my class. Oof. Yeah. Yeah, I can understand you not working after that. My thoughts on troll channels being the main reason anyone watches me live. Whatever. Customer service like walking on hot coals. If I get a job, y'all donate 500 quid. If I get a job, I won't need 500 quid. Hey, Tricky. No, I don't watch any of the troll channels. Don't watch any of the reaction channels, any of that shit. I don't care. Like, I genuinely don't care about YouTube drama. It's meaningless to me. It depends on what type of customer service. The ones I've worked at were all telling customers no over and over and over. We don't say quit in Canada, no. We have dollars. My roommate has nothing but drama. Yeah, I don't pay attention to any of her drama either. Working in a Walmart was my personal hell. Yeah, I spent a couple years as a Walmart cashier. Not fun. Thoughts on Vince McMahon? Ugh, fuck Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon is a terrible person. Gay son or a Thor daughter? What's a Thor daughter? Vince Guy fucking. I mean, he pushes steroids on his people hard. Oh, thought daughter. Okay, that makes more sense. Either way, sexist. Yep, absolutely. Misogynistic. He's a businessman. Yeah, but he's also a garbage person. Like he's just a terrible. No, I hate Vince McMahon because he sucks as a person. He's been, yeah, WWE is successful. There's no doubting how successful he's Swolford on because he's on steroids. He makes sure that all the athletes are on tons of misogynistic bullshit throughout WWF and WWE history. Um, Long history of WWE and I don't know about like behind the scenes. I don't know if there's any behind the scenes of them, but for sure, uh, on screen racism with some of the characters and ma'am, okay, last super chat. I'm going to sit back and relax and read the petty and insignificant comments roll in. Good luck, my man. Let the comments roll off your back. Yeah, I usually do. Thank you, MM. The new Louisiana bill that will punish dead naming. I mean, I doubt that there actually is a bill that'll do that. Especially in Louisiana. Never watched Glow, no. Um, why do I look to the left of the I don't know. Just gathering my thoughts, I guess. Terry A. Davis. Not familiar with Terry Davis. Leave MM alone, you assholes. Do I think Stephanie McMahon is hot? Yeah. Yeah, she was good looking. Do I think that Matrix is more of a documentary than a movie? I don't know. Lingerie football? Never watched it. Better than normal football? I mean, I don't watch regular football either. On the other hand, yeah. Nah, whatever. World Cup? Nah. I don't watch any sports. Why would I watch the World Cup? I don't watch any sports. Hey, Michaela. Do I like my tats? No, still haven't watched the new Batman. Not currently watching any Let's Plays. I just watched one of Not for Broadcast. No, I don't have any tattoos. I've got no tattoos. Honestly, I dislike needles too much to get a tattoo. That's on bestiality. Not a fan. Really not a fan of that. sports are a big waste of money. People get entertained. If I were to get one, what would I get? Possibly a non-compliant tattoo. Non from Bitch Planet, or possibly the little X-Men X. That's the transition going. Gonna try to get to a trans clinic next week to talk to somebody about what's it? Hormones? Arc. Lives don't have character arcs. Michaela, plans for tonight? Nope. Do I think the estrogen will have a noticeable effect? Eventually, yeah. Is X-Men about trans people? No. X-Men is just about being part of a marginalized community. We're gonna do the targets again. You'd have to ask Chantel that. I watched the first season of Legion and loved it. I never ended up watching the rest of it, but I did love the first season of Legion. That was such a good, so weird, like so weird and so creepy. Really good show. Let's grab. Yeah. I don't drink. Like getting bottom surgery? Probably not. Louise. Coffee? I don't drink coffee. Like I've never like never drank coffee. Just never appealed to me. Energy drinks? Nope. Never had those. Or I suppose closest I had to an energy drink was what were they called? What was that drink called? Alcohol? Yes, I did use to drink alcohol. Um, Sometimes beer, sometimes daiquiris. Kind of affects my expecting or hoping. I don't know. Not Red Bull, no. Not Jolt, no. No. I never drank Bud Light. I think I tasted Bud Light once. I tasted Bud Light one time. I took two sips, and that was enough for me to say, nope, never again. Bud Light is piss. Fleur Fleury, with you much peace and goodness moving forward on your journey to feel more yourself. Thank you very much. Yeah, um, like I don't like beer in general, to be honest. I think pretty much all beer kind of tastes a little like piss, but Budweiser, holy shit, Budweiser is absolute piss. Like it is just unfucking drinkable. I honestly do not get how people drink Budweiser. Like you said, two sips, and I was like, nope. Tap water has higher alcohol percent than Budweiser. Yeah, and it's just a terrible taste. It's a terrible flavor. And I say this as somebody who drank fucking Smirnoff Ice. People too much. No, Budweiser is popular with people who don't have a lot of money. Yeah, like I used to like Smirnoff Ice, and even then, And even with that, it's like, no, Budweiser is garbage. Budweiser needs to be poured down the sink. Molson. Uh, yeah, Molson. I'm not saying that it's popular with people who don't have. I'm just saying it's popular with blue collars, I suppose. Um, like Budweiser is not the drink for people who have money. It's the drink for that's just drunk from by regular people. Gonna come here now. Do I like any beer? Nah, nah. I don't like the taste of. I don't like the taste of alcohol. Shucks. I don't think it's even that. It's not even just people who want to get drunk. A lot of it, I think, is just sort of like blue collar people. You know, it's people who just want a beer after getting home from work. Apothic dark red wine? Nah. No, the one time I tried wine um, as a teenager. How do you feel about tin using McDonald's French fries to be crispy? Um, Not for me. I mean, I don't like poutine, but what was I saying? Yeah, the one I tried as a teenager, and I was hanging with a friend, and he, for some fucking reason, uh, he poured red wine and white wine into a glass together, and yeah, I could never drink wine again after that. It's just yeah, I just could not drink wine again ever after that. I just couldn't. Do I like ventriloquist dolls? I don't really. I have no feelings about ventriloquist dolls. Last time I slept, last night. Would I hang out with a subscriber? I don't know. Does McDonald's in Canada have poutine? Not that I'm aware of. Or does it? I'm not sure. It might. I'm actually not sure. Better stay schedule me. I mean, I went to bed at like 7 a.m. Have you got recognized person? It's happened once or twice. When I was with Chantel. It's only happened while I was with Chantel. Americans pronounce it poutine. Yeah, because Americans are wrong. Sobbing? No. No sobbing. It's not last night. Fair enough. Doesn't people might meet you? Yeah, I mean, the two experiences I've had have been positive. Can you hug me? No, thank you. Was Chantel my first love? Yeah, yeah, I'd say she was my first love. Great love. My only love, actually. More creepy, kids or Disney? Both. Favorite fast food? Yeah, probably McDonald's. Singer Aurora doesn't ring any bells. Consider an OnlyFan? No. Thoughts on marriage? Not something that appeals to me, but do I like pork ribs? Yeah, I like pork. Last time I hugged someone? Uh, would have been my mom just a few days ago. Opinion on Obama? Not a fan. Lots of marrying cake. If you're ready to meet it again, I don't know. Too much work. Yes, I have an older brother. Gavin, honestly, like, I just spent way too much time thinking about it. Hey, Ugly Hobo. Yes, I did hear about that. Like, honestly, it's just one of those things where, like, I spent enough time thinking about it that I just reached the point where, like, yeah, it's it's definitely not just curiosity. It's, yeah. Based if you're spending a lot of time thinking about it, you probably are trans. Yeah, it's just how it works. Hey, Marco. How's my brother feel about me transitioning? He's supportive. Septum piercing? Nah. I don't really like septum piercings. My brother does not currently have a job. He is on unemployment. Um, he has bad luck with. He's had bad luck with jobs. Do I do any drugs? No. Nad Nada Diaz. It's what it's what Chantal nicknamed me. Hi, ageless. Will I shave my beard? Yeah, yeah, I will. Runs in the family. I mean, depression runs in the family. I'm not on unemployment myself. I can't really upgrade my PC until without money for it. So today not buying Twitter. Yeah, yeah. What a surprise that he's backing out of the deal right when cryptocurrency crashed. Right when there's a whole bunch of like right when there's news about Tesla stocks tanking. Well, I mean not tanking, but dropping. Tesla stocks had a pretty big drop. Hard to upgrade PCs, yeah. Luckily, hopefully with crypto being dead and gone, uh, that should actually make it a lot easier to get good computer parts. Hey, Vicky. Yeah, like it's been hard to get high quality computer parts lately. Um, yeah, HBIC, it's no. A lot of people spend a lot of time thinking about it. HBIC. Yeah, she's still got her gaming computer, but I'd rather use my own computer for stuff. Musk is evil. He manipulates media and the market. Yep. Fuck that, Spaghetti Boys. If you're considering it, you probably are. It's not a social contagion thing. It doesn't fucking work like that. Celebrity crush? I don't really do celebrity crushes. I don't really do crushes. Chi ball? I don't know what a chi ball is. GPU prices have dropped, yeah. White crush, orange crush. No idea what it is. Or not as irrelevant. I don't. Man. Entirely possible to be a hideous woman, but John Money fan of trans ideology. I find that very hard to believe, considering, you know, it's considering people have been trans for ever. Am I scared to come to Chicago? No. Chicago doesn't scare me. Consented the idea of gender as a social construct. Yeah, like it's Vicky D. Thank you very much, Vicky D. That word's actually a slur. They're Romani. Honestly, Chicago doesn't scare me. In the past 200 years? I mean, shit. Never mind 200 years. You can go back thousands of years. Um, who was that doctor? Name one? I'm shit with names. But there was like 19th century, there was a doctor assigned female at birth, but lived as a man. Um, there was going to be a movie about him. Thoughts on your Rumi 14 official doc? I don't know what you're talking about, Pokemon, but thanks for the donation. Uh, there was supposed to be like a movie that Scarlett Johansson was planning on playing the guy. Um, but if you go back to ancient Egypt, there was a pharaoh who was, assigned female at birth, but who demanded to be referred to as a man. Again, I'm blanking on the name. Sure. Rank the three sexes, yeah. Two spirit. Bernero had a trans wife. That I didn't know about. Hatshepsut. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, like it's one of those things where everyone talks about like where he always gets referred to as the female pharaoh, the woman pharaoh. But like he was pretty adamant about wanting people to call him a man. I mean, the Nazis began their book burnings. They started with with books and research about queer people, including trans people. So Nazi Germany sort of started its crackdowns by targeting trans people. Before the Nazis took power, uh, Germany was actually like a huge country for supporting trans people and for doing research into trans people. And then the Nazis came in and destroyed all that research. So like it's trans people have been around forever. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I never said that transitioning would take away my depression. Chris Benoit. I mean, I found to be honest, I found him a boring wrestler, and then he had that very tragic ending where he murdered his family. That was pretty tragic. Heard Hitler was secretly gay. I tend to, I think that that's probably bullshit. Um, he's a bad wrestler. Because here's the thing. It's common to say that like, when people are violently anti-gay, a common thing is say, oh, it's internalized homophobia. They're gay and just taking it out on others, which is a shitty way of blaming trans people for their own or blaming gay people for their own suffering. Like that's what it ends up feeling like. Is that oh no, it's not it's not the straight people who are oppressing gay people. It's all the gays oppressing themselves. The gays are the ones responsible for all that, not us straights. The McKenzie brothers? Of course I know. Bob and Doug McKenzie. How do I think of what a Spartan Spartan Society? I wouldn't have. Some of those people continued long after it stopped making would have made sense for them to come out. That one doctor in particular. Like, and he wanted to be buried as a man. Like, there's that one doctor from that century who was like, his entire life, like, it's, hey, chicken. Like, up to when he died and beyond, he wanted everyone to consider him a man. Were there black people in ancient Europe? Yes. I can't even think of what to. Honestly, I can't even think of what to Google to find him. Dr. James Barry, yes. Yeah, so Dr. James Barry. Look up James Barry. Dr. James Barry. Because again, like he, for his entire, not the musician, no. 19th century doctor. So yeah, like right up until his right up until the time he died, he was maintaining that he was a man, and like in his will, he wanted to be considered a man. At no point did he ever indicate that he felt like a woman. Ever. It was one of those things where like he wanted, even after his death, he wanted to be remembered as a man. But gender roles are restricted. Yeah. Which is why fewer people came out as trans back then. But well, fuck you, transphobe. You're coming as a femboy. Good for you. Yeah, it's fewer people came out as trans. That doesn't mean that they didn't have those feelings. Yeah, and then for his entire fucking life, up to his death and after. Yeah, fuck you. No misgendering. Literally, 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 right up until his death, he wanted to be remembered as a man. In all his papers, in all his writings, in every conversation he had, he always wanted to be seen as a man. That's how he wanted to be remembered. He didn't want an autopsy done after his death because he didn't want people knowing that he was assigned a woman at birth. He was a trans man. Anyone who says otherwise is wrong. Anyone who tries to say that Dr. James Barry was a woman is being transphobic with it. They're doing it as a way to erase the existence of historical trans people because they're transphobic shit sacks. He was a man. Yes. His whole life. He always went by James. Despite that not being the name he was given at birth, that was the name that he chose for himself. No misgendering allowed here. What was a good doctor's original name? Doesn't matter. His birth name is irrelevant. It should be stricken from history, in fact. He was a man. Misgendering? Misgendering is when you call someone by the wrong gender. He loves Lovecraft's cat. Uh, he was. Delete history. It's not about deleting history you don't like. It's about, you know, his name was James Barry. That was his. That was the name that he chose for himself. That was his name. Yeah. H.P. Lovecraft. Um, I'm not saying his cat's name. That's a Ellen DeGeneres. Seems to be kind of an ass, from what I've heard. What do I think of Strange New Worlds? I'm really enjoying Strange New Worlds. H.P. Lovecraft was good. Eh, I I felt like H.P. Lovecraft was uneven as a writer, even within stories. You know, he'd have some fan, he'd have some really great atmospheric shit, but he'd also have some really shitty bits in the same stories. Red Letter Media, the stream stuff, whatever. Like I give a shit about what they say. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, it's really yeah, Strange New World. I'm really enjoying Strange New Worlds. Yeah, H.P. Lovecraft. Yeah, there were hey Brooke, there were letters he wrote later on. I think in his 40s, where he talked about looking back on his old letters and wondering like how he could have thought the way he did, how he could have been so horribly racist. So yeah, he older late H.P. Lovecraft completely rejected his own attitudes. Right, the tiger? No. Hey, Brooke. Nope, haven't read that. Next generation discussion. I'm always down for that. Still making my way through my rewatch of Next Generation. Most of the way through six through season 6. Ted Kaczynski, not familiar. I like when sensing appliances to sing to me. I like when our washing machine does a jingle when it finishes Spock or Picard. I like Picard. Season was yeah, season 1 was bad. Like the first season of Next Generation was just plain bad. Um, Second season had some good episodes and some garbage episodes. Um, yeah, season 2 they started to come together. Um, Season 3 was when it was like season 3 through 5 were mostly gold. Season 6 started to get a little bit shakier. Season 7 again, a little bit shakier. You know, season 7 it was becoming clear that it was time for the season for the show to end. Deep Space Nine. Deep Space Nine was probably the better made show. Like that was the better series. The best of that whole generation of Star Trek. You know, from that generation, from Next Generation up through Enterprise, Deep Space Nine was the best of that set of shows. New flag? No. Give next episode. Inner Light. Like I gotta go with Inner Light. Deep Space Nine and SG-1 were great shows. Never watched Stargate. Frank Grace kind of get yeah, yeah. They did. Deep Space Nine did do a lot to salvage the Ferengi. Next Generation Ferengi were painful. Like the Ferengi Next Generation were painful to watch. Um, Deep Space Nine fleshed them out a lot more, um, made them more sympathetic. Yeah, like original flavor, original flavor Ferengi did end up feeling very anti-Semitic. I love Will Wheaton as much as you do? Probably not. Can I speak Klingon? No. I can say kapla. Kapla! Both dribbles, yeah. Especially cringy in the episode. One thing I find funny, in the episode where they are introduced, Armin Shimmerman played the lead Ferengi in that episode. He was also like the least irritating of the three Ferengi we saw. Um, still not good. The writing and directing meant that the Ferengi still weren't good, but he played the Ferengi least comically. Love when Q shows up with Mexican Ben yet. No, you're not. You're not banned, Goda. Love Klingons. Klingons are cool. How do magnets work? I don't know, but science does. Hey, Am. My favorite Joker card? I don't know what that means. Am I down with the clown? No. I am not down with any clowns. Seven of Nine was legendary. Yeah, I still wish Seven of Nine had gotten a Starfleet uniform at some point in the series. They should have given her like in the final season. They should have given her the Starfleet uniform. They knew it was the final season, so ratings didn't really matter as much anymore. So having her be pure, having her be sex appeal is not big a shouldn't have been as big a concern, and she'd grown beyond just being sex appeal. So I really wish that the final season had gotten her out of the cat suit and into a Starfleet uniform. Because those uniforms actually look really good. Like it's 709 or TX. I like both. Though I think Esri was a bigger crush for me. I think I had a bigger crush on Esri. No, I've never watched any of the old Superman cartoons. Troy Crusher? Troy. I had a huge crush on Troy. Yeah, actually, Star Trek, Where Red and You're Dead. Statistically, not really. So somebody actually, because we're talking about Star Trek, somebody actually did do calculations, and statistically speaking, a red uniform is no more, not at a higher statistical risk of dying than any other color. It's just that there were more. It's just that there were so many more people wearing red uniforms. Warhammer? Nah, never followed Warhammer. I know a little bit about it, but just through osmosis. My statistics. Like I said, it's we're talking Star Trek. Of course, somebody has done the math on it. Hey, Dandy, thoughts on furries? Not my king, but whatever. Star Wars until we get a trans Jedi. Okay, I'm not a fan. Any tips on becoming a furry? Why would I have tips on that? Space Striker, Vulcan, or Klingon? Not sure. Bad boys, they're white supremacists, so I'm not a fan. My thoughts on Alex Jones hoarding 458 ducks? I mean, hoarding ducks seems just a little bit weird, but certainly not the worst thing he's done. My Lex, no, but it probably should be. It's a lot of ducks. It is. But like I said, far from the worst thing that he's ever done. Friday the 13th part 2 is on? No, it is Friday the 13th, so that's in Israel. They are pretty brutal towards the Palestinian. The IDF assassinated a Palestinian American journalist and then attacked her funeral. So, yeah, they can be pretty fucking awful. When I eat kosher food. I mean, no reason that I wouldn't, but who died? I forget her name. Like I said, it's a Shireen Abu Akleh on the Palestinian conflict with Israel. I feel like Israel has all the power in that conflict, which it's kind of on them to, hey, Rusty, like, they've got the bigger responsibility to find a way to make peace. Yeah, I mean I'm not saying that the conflict is simple. Um, yeah, I'm not saying that it's a simple thing that both sides are innocent. I'm not saying that shit. I'm just saying that Israel's got the power in that in the conflict. They've got the tanks and the missiles and the big ass guns and the money and all of it. So they have the larger responsibility to stand down. And they sure as hell need to get their colonies out of the fucking West Bank. Like they absolutely need to get those settlements abolished. Hey, Reaper Girl. Hey, Amy. No. No, Trump would not have been able to broker peace. I mean, shit. Like, Trump actually helped to make the situation worse with his close to peace. Fuck no, he wasn't. Trump was making the situation worse by recognizing Jerusalem as Israel's capital. Jerusalem is a city that is whatever. Should have been impeached. Yep. Yeah. I mean, it's a shitty situation. Yes, I do support Black Lives. Just turned your AC on for the first time this year. Yeah, we turned ours on, I think, a day or two ago. Yeah, Stepper. By your logic, we should be giving the Americas back to the indigenous people. Like, yeah, the Jewish people lived there a long time ago, but they weren't living there. You know, they weren't living there 150 years ago. Indian philosophy and script. So did the Israelis, the Israelites, I suppose. So did the Israelites. Yeah, like I'm fine with Israel existing. I'm fine with them having the land that they have right now. But the fact that they're trying to push their settlements into Palestinian territory, no, they're they're absolutely in the wrong on that. Rusty Edwards. What do I do to help contribute to black causes? Hmm. They call me indigenous. Fair enough. No, I did not watch Cuties. Reroll. Indigenous is a fairly common term in Canada. Um, because Canada doesn't have like Canada. It's Native Americans just sounds weird when talking about Canadian Native Canadians, and Native Canadians isn't something that we really say. For some reason, Native Canadians isn't a term that ever really caught on. We've got the First Nations people, but beyond that, it's just Indigenous peoples is sort of a fairly common term here in Canada. So maybe less so in the US, but Canada, it's fairly common. First Nations term for any native that's not Inuit. Yeah, I'm not being rude, just mentioning. I believe First Nations actually. I was under the impression that First Nations cover a specific set of groups. Hold on a second. Maybe I was wrong. I thought it. For some reason, I thought that it did. Okay, either Inuit or maybe. Huh. I was wrong. For some reason, I thought that it actually referred to that First Nations actually covered sort of a specific set of tribes and nations. But well, okay, it is just not Inuit, not Métis. All right, live and learn, I guess. Stupid geese. Ugh, geese are geese are bastards. Like geese are absolute dicks. I've never been attacked by geese myself. No, but you know, I lived in Canada my whole life. It's I've heard tons of stories about them. I've read tons of stories about geese. Geese really are just assholes. My geese could I? How many geese could I? I think I'd struggle with one goose. American Vampire. Probably not. I'm a coward. Geese are ruthless. They are. Why can't Canada come get their godforsaken geese? Yeah, we have to put up with them. Goosebumps. I only read one or two Goosebumps books. Geese aren't animals; they're literal demons. Yep. Swans are also evil. Yep. So I've heard. Astronomy, the last word of birds. Yep. Emu wars. They still have. I mean, they still haven't managed to get rid of all those emus. You'd think they'd be able to now, but nope. They still haven't gotten. They. Yeah, they never managed to get rid of all those emus. Turns out a. Hey, NASA Jen. Turns out big ass birds who can run really fast and are pretty tough. Last time I encountered any animal other than cats or fruit flies. Yeah, it's been a while. Best bird is Tony Hawk or the Fruit Loops bird. No, I mean, no. Parrots seem pretty cool if you don't mind the squawking. Owls are cool. Cat had a Canadian goose as a girlfriend. Damn, your cat was a player. I have no idea, Brayden. She broke his heart. At least she didn't kill him. Yeah, my arms are double jointed. Hey, yuck. I know this freaks some people out. Undocumented Canadian geese. Works with both arms. No, I would not legally change my name to that. Sorry, Jen. I can also do it with my dick. I'm kidding. Pinky toes double jointed. Cool. Well, come on if you want some attention. My neck, nah. I don't know when to go. I don't know. I was tired. Grumpy. Double jointed fingers. I don't think mine are double jointed. John Goldman, aka Jack Murphy. I don't know. What do I have against Bill Maher? Ah, Bill Maher's just he sucked. You know, the fact that he's friends with Ann Coulter, um, he says a lot of views that like aren't the least bit liberal, and yet he still gets held up as like the other day he was talking about fucking student loan forgiveness being a loser issue. Like, where are they talking? You know, why are we talking about student loan forgiveness? That's a loser issue. Student loan forgiveness is a loser issue, right? Fuck you, Bill Maher. Fuck you, you rich ass piece of shit. You fucking university attending shit sack. Fuck you, Bill Maher. Like, Jesus, fuck Bill Maher. Yes to student loan forgiveness. Absolutely, 100% student loan forgiveness. Hey, world traveler. We should just have, and like, trying to paint it as like, and like trying to paint it as like this fucking elitist position. Why should regular people, why should blue collar workers, why should regular people have to pay for this? I don't know. Maybe because regular people deserve to go to college too, you fucking dickhead. Hey, bitchy titties. For you all and for everyone. Hell, at this one, yeah. Like, just. He's got a history of racism. He's got a history of transphobia. He's just. He views politics as a game. It's all about winning rather than actually fucking doing anything. Students do want to pay off their debts. They can't. Because the loans are ridiculous. Like, college right now, the cost of going to college is just absurd. College costs an absolutely absurd amount of money. College is a scam? It shouldn't be. College absolutely should not be a scam. But the thing is, it costs ridiculous amounts. How many years? I attended a 2-year college, and I actually was able to get through without any student loans because I qualified for a special program. Cost for a new car. It's not the same. Student or college admission rates, college tuition rates have skyrocketed over the past few decades. What program was it? It was Second Career, a program by the name of Second Career. Because what happened is the place I was working at the time closed down. So as a result, I qualified. College was $5,000 a long time ago. Yeah, and it's more than that now. Yeah, you're looking at $20,000, $30,000 a year, a semester, or a year for university. It's obscene. College tuition rates are absolutely obscene. What about good for you? You got yours. Fuck everybody else. That's a fucking shitty ass selfish attitude, Carl. What a selfish attitude that is. Too irresponsible. Again, it's you grow up your whole life. Look at this. Okay, listen. So you grow up your whole life being told you have to go to college. If you want a good job, you have to go to college. You got to go to college. If you need a good job, you got to go to college. You don't go to college, you're gonna work. You're gonna flip burgers for your whole life. You got to go to college. Got to go to college. All your life. That's the message that you hear. That is the message throughout childhood. You got to go to college. So you go to college because you're told that's what you have to do, that you need to do it if you want to be able to get a good job, if you want to be able to survive, have a good life, that you absolutely need to go to college. So you're 18 years old. You're 18, 19 years old. What the fuck do you know about money at 18, 19 years old? So you end up getting a loan so you can go to college. The college tuition has risen at a rate that vastly shit, that's the word. Thing worth shit. I'm making the word. Get where prices increase, inflation. Yes, thank you, man. So, college tuition vastly has risen vastly faster than inflation. You know, it used to be possible to attend college while working a part-time job. That used to be something that could be done. That is impossible now. You cannot pay for college even with a full-time job. You can't pay for college tuition. So you need that student loan, which ends up being, why is it? Because the rates are fucking obscene. That's why. Equality of opportunity. But there isn't equality of opportunity. It reached a point where, at this point, only rich people can actually afford college. Because they have risen at a rate that vastly outstrips inflation. No responsibility. No, it fucking doesn't. Bull fucking shit. There are people who will never, ever, ever, ever get out of debt. Like, they're going to be in debt. They're going to have student loan debt their entire lives. They're going to fucking die with student loan debt. Because it costs $20,000 a year, and most jobs take a 4 or 5 year program. You got like a fucking 4-year program. Like it might cost you $100,000 to go to college, and then like you graduate, and oh look, the fucking job market's shit right now. A lot of people can't get good jobs right now because the job market is shit and has been for decades. So, yeah, you know, they get lucky enough to get a job in their field, except it's entry level. Dandy, has Chantel ever held your hair as you puked? No. They get an entry level job with shit pay and no upward mobility. And it's jobs for, yeah, shitty minimum wage jobs that won't fucking pay for anything. It's shitty minimum wage jobs that are available. This isn't about me, Sapper. Since you're majoring in gender studies, gender studies, that's so funny. That's so funny, gender studies. Fuck you. Get the fuck over yourself. There are other fucking things that college teaches you, asshole. A fucking graduated from a fucking nursing program is going to pay off a student loan debt for 8 fucking years. Elitist pricks want to talk about, always want to make it as though it's gender studies is the only fucking thing that colleges teach. That's the entirety of college education now, is gender studies. It's all gender studies. Every fucking college class is gender studies. That's the only thing that is taught at any college now, according to fucking jackasses like you and Bill fucking Maher. Not what anyone said. It's all they fucking talk about. There's fucking shitload of things that courses at college. And you know what? Fucking none of them deserve to cost as much as they do. Fucking none of the people who attend any of those classes deserve their entire fucking lives in debt for doing something that they were told their entire lives that they had to do. They agreed to, yeah, at like 18 years old. They're 18 years old, and like their first time getting out of the house, and they don't really know much about money. So get a degree, get a degree, get a good degree, and then get a job that still pays like shit. Because guess what? Nowhere wants to actually fucking pay their employees. People are like, oh, nobody wants to work right now. Nobody wants to work these days. Nobody wants to work. Corporations don't want to fucking pay their employees. That's the problem. People are willing to work. People want to work. But they want a job that will actually fucking pay something. It's just the idea that, oh, nobody, student loan it's their own fault for signing it. They should take responsibility for it. Fuck that shit. Want a free? I got a free ride. I didn't have a student loan. I said that earlier. I didn't fucking get a student loan. And a shitload of people who have paid off their student loans also think that student loan forgiveness is necessary. Because it is. Student loan debt is at massive levels. Assassin or Templar? Neither. What if your skill set isn't worth 6 figures a year? These people would love to take responsibility for their lives. They're not able to take responsibility for their lives because they're held down by massive debt. It's just obscene. There needs to be student loan forgiveness, and then there needs to be legislation that limits how much a college can actually charge. UBI, yep, universal basic income would do a lot. More like Sweden, probably. Walmart greeters like. Actions have consequences. But it's just, bullshit. People would absolutely still work on UBI. Consequences of actions. Consequences of actions. Consequences of actions. Actions have consequences. Actions have consequences. Fucking. So let's make sure people suffer their entire fucking lives because fucking colleges because these fucking colleges needed to charge $20,000 a year. Fuck that. Money that doesn't get spent on the teachers, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, it's not like those colleges are spending that money on their teachers. They're all expensive. Fuck off with your gender studies bullshit. Stop trying to act as though gender studies is the big fucking thing at college. Christ. Such a fucking elitist attitude. To just think that like every fucking student at college is going to gender studies. Fuck you. Not everyone wants to be an engineer, Watcher. Some people want to be. Some people want to be nurses. They don't deserve to have student loan debt chasing their entire lives. Some people want to get into law. Not necessarily as lawyers. Some people want to be, some people go to college to be a law clerk. They're going to get shit pay. Understand the market. Again, we're talking about teenagers. How much is an 18-year-old going to understand the market? less. It doesn't always happen that way. And here's the thing: plenty of people, go to college, they work hard, they study, they get good grades, and then they graduate and they're just not able to get a job in their field. That happens too. Through no fault of their own, just bad luck. Interest-free loans at the very least, sure, but no, just student loan forgiveness. Shut the fuck up about gender studies, jackass. 40 years back? Yeah, absolutely. But don't get used. How about school? How about colleges don't charge obscene amounts of money for tuition? While we're at it, how about all those? Colleges with sports teams pay their fucking student athletes? How about that as well? Uh, Wealthy people. So as far as it being a handout, rich people generally aren't going to have student loans because they're rich. They can already afford college. Second of all, I don't fucking care. I don't give a shit if somebody. I don't give a shit if a millionaire happens to benefit from a program that's going to help a lot of middle and lower income people, middle class people. I They take higher loans because those loans are pushed on them by people by they're pushed on them by loan sharks basically, who think, yeah, we can get these people for life. We can make you know we can make tens of thousands of dollars off these people beyond what we're actually loaning them. They are pushed on them. They're pressured. It's I gotta go pick up a garden hose before Home Depot closes. Take care. See you next time. Thank you, I mean, that's what they are. That's effectively what they're doing. I mean, not everyone wants to serve in the military, Ham. Rhoda? No, it's not. Honestly, I don't think that would be unpopular. It's going to be presented as unpopular by people who want to just avoid forgiving the debt of anybody. It's most people really aren't going to care if somebody making if somebody making $1 million a year happens to benefit from a program. As long as it's benefiting the people making, as long as it's benefiting the people making $60,000 a year, who gives a shit if the person making $1 million a year happens to get a benefit too? It doesn't matter. What matters is like the lower and middle classes are going to benefit. There's no wealth transfer going on here. It's people without money getting their loans forgiven. That's what's happening. It's people with debt having that debt forgiven. It's not something that's going to Biden wants to cancel $10,000, which is fucking nothing. Most lower class people don't have degrees. Gee, I wonder if maybe the fact that it's impossible to get into college without tens of thousands of dollars of debt might actually have something to do with that. Really wonder if maybe, just maybe, making college affordable would actually result in low income people going. Wild thought, I know, that people might actually go to college if they could afford it. Crazy thought, just wild. Who would ever think of something like that? That making college affordable for people might encourage them to go. That people might actually attend college if they could afford it. Affordably, because shit, the teachers seldom. The teachers are rarely the ones making a lot of money. Do both, Carl Sagan-Spawner. Make college affordable and forgive loans. Where are average things manufactured in a satisfactory? I will definitely need to remember that one for Chantel. In most Scandinavian countries, the university. Yeah, I am absolutely in favor of just making post-secondary education free. Can't I collect SSD? I don't know, maybe. Colleges have overhead? They do. But in truth, they're still overcharging. Like, they're just straight up overcharging. Hey, girl. I just want to be open. I mean, a utopian world can't exist. What I want is just improvements to society. Are we charging for everything? Yep. Man. Holy shit, does the US healthcare system ever overcharge? Hey, Nitty. Globalists. When am I getting here? Not sure yet. I should do it next week. $10,000 just for naming them. They'll charge you for a fucking Dixie cup. Like, they'll charge you like $50 for a Dixie cup in US hospitals. Insurance company is a culprit? Funnily enough, no. They're part of the problem, but they're not actually the biggest problem. What happens is a lot of hospitals will just straight up charge people for, will just straight up overcharge people. Insurance companies will actually negotiate with the hospitals. Insurance companies will say, yeah, we're not paying that. This is what we're going to pay you. And hospitals say, sure, that's what you, the insurance company, pays. If you're illegal immigrants do pay a lot of taxes. Yeah, people who are uninsured or underinsured, they're the ones who get stuck those nonsensical hospital bills that charge $50 for a goddamn Dixie cup. How do they pay taxes? I mean, they may not pay Social Security, but they pay other taxes. Again, Social Security, maybe not, but if they rent property, they're paying taxes on that. If it's, they pay other taxes. That's what a big business, which is a problem. Not dying should not be a business expense. Like, that's the thing. Healthcare should be single payer, tax funded. One's X-Men, not people, because it was made in the 60s, and X-Men just had a ring to it. Sexual reassignment surgery covered by taxes? Yeah. Yeah, I'd be in favor of that. Yeah, so the US is unique in the developed world, that it's the only country, literally the only country in the entirety of the developed world that can't handle single payer healthcare? Nah. Nah, it can't handle single payer healthcare because greedy people won't let it happen. That's the only reason. The US doesn't have single payer healthcare because it's run by greedy ass pieces of shit. Because it's run by people who are completely and totally okay with people dying, as long as it means that somebody else makes a buck. Like, the US is like the only developed country where they are completely okay with somebody dying, as long as somebody else makes a buck off it. As long as some company's stock market or stock price happens to go up a tick. It's not even about population control. It's about complete and total disregard for human life. Like, there's no attempt to control the population. I mean, there are people, like Rhoda, there are people who refuse to go to, there are people who just plain don't go to the hospital, even when they're sick, because they know they can't afford it. Those are the people who are dying. Sickness is big business, good business for hospitals. Jock got banned for putting double brackets around the word them. Those double brackets, that is an anti-Semitic dog whistle. So yeah, I banned him because he's an anti-Semitic prick. Any Lebanese around? Nah. Yep. Yeah, whenever you see like somebody put like whenever you see somebody's name and double brackets around it, that is it's one of those like plausible deniability things that white supremacists love to do. It is a white supremacist thing to do. Um, because the double brackets is saying Jew. That's what it's there for. It's to indicate that the person talking about is Jewish. So yeah, when you see somebody put the double brackets around somebody's name, you can tell that that person is a white supremacist. How do I know these things? Because I'm online. Is Ben Shapiro a white supremacist? He is actually. Ben Shapiro is a white supremacist. Yep, Ben Shapiro is Jewish, and he's also a white supremacist. Not quotation marks. Like I said, it's the multiple brackets. And his own white supremacist. She is in used um, as a thing for like that okay sign, especially when it's like this. Uh, it's often used to convey that somebody is white supremacist while still being able to deny it. That's a big thing. White supremacists know that being a white supremacist is unpopular. So what they will often do is they will come up with symbols and terminology, words, things like that, that they can do, that they can use to convey their white supremacist attitudes, while still being able to, it's they'll use the okay symbol uh, to show white supremacy. But as soon as anyone points it out, they'll be like, "Oh, you just see white supremacy everywhere." Like it's like a white power thing. Like they'll do it as a white power. Um, it's a secret handshake. Exactly, it's a secret handshake. But they make sure that they can. Uh, I mean, that might be how it started. Edgy people on 4chan, but they at some point it stops being a joke. Like that's the thing. Like they'll set it up. Oh, it's just a joke, but you do nothing. It's not a joke anymore. It's who you are. Or the whole point is Pepe the Frog was, yeah, they adopted Pepe the Frog as a white supremacist symbol. Um, can be a CB white can be in white supremacy. Usually because they want to be part of the power system. They think that by throwing in, um, like they think that by throwing in with the white supremacists, that they will be accepted as part of the power structure. They don't realize that they will never actually be accepted. Yeah. Feel free to not watch me if you don't like me, HBIC. Do I have internet friends? Nah, not really. No, I talk to on a regular basis now. Hey, thanks, JB. I sound breaking. Because apparently the connection is just absolute shit today, Icky. So how many here actually like me? Probably not. Tyler Russell in Canada first. Ugh. Yes, I did take a shower today. Here, it's not well figured out. Like that's the frustrating thing. Like I said, I've got the best internet plan that Rogers has. Like that's the wild thing. Like it's the best internet plan that Rogers offers. And apparently it still fucking sucks. Should probably we probably should switch to Bell or somebody else soon. See who the actually has the best coverage in our neighborhood. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I could maybe do Ethernet. Don't want McDonald's today? No. I don't think I'll do McDonald's today. I don't know what I'm gonna order, but I should probably order pretty soon. It's 20 to 10 where I am now. So honestly, I probably should order something soon. And I've been on here for over 2 hours, so I should probably actually get off the live now as well. Hungry? I'm kind of not. Like, I'm kind of not really hungry, but I don't know. Nothing to cook. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna end the live here. Mr. Roger? Do you mean like Mr. Rogers' dress up? No, he was the embodiment of all that was good and pure in the world. Um. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get off the this live here, and I'll be back another time. So, Mr. Rogers' Children's House. Oh, wait, no. Shit, what was the Mr. Dress Up? Shit, what was his name? Raccoons. Yeah, sorry. For some reason, Mr. Rogers, for some weird reason, I thought of Mr. Dress Up. Mr. Dress Up was awesome. Anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna get off here, and I'll be back another time. Bye.